It's happened again. Not one, but two prisoners let out by mistake, this time at Wandsworth Prison in southwest London. Two manhunts are now underway. First, 24-year-old Brahim Kadour Sharif. The Algerian national is a registered sex offender who was serving time for another offence. This was him when he was arrested in September. He was due to be deported due to overstaying his visa. The police are now urgently trying to find him. He was let out on October the 29th. Astonishingly, it took 6 days for the prison authorities to tell the police he was missing. It comes straight after the case of Hadish Kabatu, another convicted sex offender. He was released in error from Chelmsford Prison. He was on the run for 48 hours before being caught and deported. The Justice Secretary, David Lammy, was asked about it in the comments.
Can he reassure the House that since Kabatu was released, no other asylum-seeking offender has been accidentally let out of prison? It's a very specific question for him to answer.
The Algerian sex offender is not an asylum seeker, but Mr. Lammy didn't answer the question.
After his release, I put in place the toughest checks we've ever had in the prison system. It is important that Lynn Owens is able to get to the bottom of her work. I suspect there'll be more checks and balances we need to do. What we inherited was a complicated system that they set up, letting people out on the sly. That's part of the problem, and we're trying to fix it.
In his latest statement, the Justice Secretary said, "I'm absolutely outraged and appalled by the mistaken release of a foreign criminal wanted by the police. The Metropolitan Police is leading an urgent manhunt, and my officials have been working through the night to take him back to prison. Victims deserve better, and the public deserve answers." They do, because this happens more than you might think. Every month across the country, around 22 prisoners are released like this. David Lammy may say that he has now the tightest checks ever in place on prison gates, but they're clearly not working. The second mistake at Wandsworth was the release of this man, Billy Smith, from Woking in Surrey. He'd been sentenced to 45 months for fraud offences, but released on the same day. The courts gave the prison the wrong instructions. It all points to a criminal justice system that's failing victims and communities. Both of these manhunts were entirely avoidable and illustrate the gap between government ambition and the reality of what's happening inside. Tom Parmenter, Sky News, Wandsworth Prison.